the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Golden Flashes will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes Julian Sayin. He's trying to flush that last performance. 4 interceptions and just a single touchdown pass. Sayin escapes the pressure to his right. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man at the 45 on his way. All by himself down the middle. All the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Golden Flashes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ball game. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense, because...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback. 2 2
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Running inside, it's Jackson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Say it. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those stink.
And the Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this off.
Makes the grab in their space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Julian with the play fake. Throwing right. Caught by Smith. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like, first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Play action. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's just not the start they envisioned for this football game. First possession, you got a punt. Second possession now, 4th and short. I'm interested. Do they push the gas pedal and be aggressive because it has been a slow start and they haven't gotten things going, and do they try to force it here?
And it'll be down right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's got it again. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Got enough for the first. He's into the open down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeye! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? And they get with you, and what do you like? What do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw on.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skilled players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work, and you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1, 2, 3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Got the quick completion. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Banks. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the left. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Flips it out to the back. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's King. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Holly. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, say it. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a 1st down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Open on the left side is Smith. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Across the 25. He's got room. Runs it all the way down. Almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
And he'll take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Kent State sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Complete on the left to Smith. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Snagged out of the air. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And that just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that 1st and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. On the move, it's Jackson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Got it back on 2nd and goal. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Kent State sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Nittany Lions coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game in Columbus. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Running out of the locker room, the Kent State head coach told me the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's King. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That is... Defensive players dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started. The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Rush is on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they turn it into a defensive score.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
They've got the screen set up, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tavian St. Clair fires to the big fella. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
It'll be 3rd and long. to throw. It's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. Keeps it himself and gets to first. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Running inside, it's Kane. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Delivers the stiff arm. There's some room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. The Golden Flashes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it. It's King. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
3rd and 4. They'll go to the air. Got his man on the outside. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up 4th.
Working that left side now. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They go play action with St. Clair. Scrambling away. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Parker. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe.
Finding some room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. St. Clair. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Cross. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on 3rd down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up 4th down.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. And he had just enough to will that one home. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On the option. Now the toss. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Didn't even reach double digits on the scoreboard last week. They were challenged, and so far, much improved in this one. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Tavian on the play action. Fires to the right. Caught by Williams on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.